Tēnā koe. My name, my name is Edward Timu. I first learnt about my kidney condition when I went to the doctor for something else, and my doctor told me, um, "You got kidney problems." And I said, "Eh?" I was quite shocked when he told me that. And he said, "I said, how do you know?" And he told me because your breath is really foul. And so from there, he said he gave me a name of somebody in the hospital. So I made an appointment, or the doctor made an appointment for me to go and see the doctor. And I went to the doctor in the hospital and met with two doctors there. One doctor, one young fellow and one old fellow, doctors. And the young fellow, the older doctor was talking about my situation, and they decided what they needed to do was put something through my penis up into to look around inside me. And I said, "Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm not going to do that." So I left it alone for a while because of that. I didn't want to do that, but so I left it for a while. It got worse and worse, and after a while, I eventually, when my doctor in Clive said to me, your kidney's getting worse and worse. Um, and he was telling me as it was getting getting worse and worse. He was telling me every time it was getting worse and worse. Every time I go back to the doctor, this was because your kidneys happening to you. And one night I used to drive taxis in Napier, and one night I collapsed in the taxi and I couldn't do anything. So I had to call up one of my mates who was driving in another taxi, and he took me to the hospital. And I'd gotten um, a thing up here amongst my puku. I'd got, but it was caused at the end of the day was caused by my kidney failure. So they fixed that one up, the thing one up, but my kidney was still at fault. So eventually, I started listening to the doctors, which took me a long time over a period of years, and then and so I learned to be where I was at the time I first came. I went on dialysis for, my wife said, 2 years and 3 months. I was given the option which dialysis I wanted to go on. I didn't want to go on the machine one at the hospital because that just took up too much of my time. But I ended up doing a 4 hour one first, and I and then the other one over an overnight one, so I could have my days free. So so I ended up doing that, and then I lost a lot of weight, and but the doctors were helping with me. I actually went back to work. I done a season down in Takapau, freezing works for a whole season, one season, and but I had to get my the doctor there at Takapau. I had to do a thing with him, and he said, "Sorry, you failed." So I went to my doctor in Clive, and he rung the doctor down there and said, "No, he can work because he's under my instructions." So the doctor down there ended up giving me a job. So I got a job down there for 3 months of the year, the night shift. So it was really good. I lost a lot of weight, um, and so it was really really good. And so that was my relationship with the dialysis. I didn't really like the uh, the dialysis, but it was something that each one of us has to go through. It's and so at the same time we were looking around New Zealand for a kidney for myself, and one day one of my sisters come up to me and said, "Edward, why don't you try your own family?" And so I did. And my wife Ngamihi, she said she would be give me one of her kidneys. So she got tested from the hospital, but she failed. No, no, you want we weren't compatible, and so we went through the thing all over all my whānau over in Australia. Everybody put they all got tested. The ones I think about 4 or 5 of them got tested, but my young brother ended up being the one. But his kidney and mine were very compatible. So I had the operation. My kidney took straight away, and it was really healthy, and really she was really pleased with it. I was asleep. I didn't know what was going on. Um, but afterwards, the doctor said to me, they looked at my scars and they said they called it something with the sharks or something nice and clean. That the operation itself was nice and clean. When I felt when I had after the operation, I felt I could get up and go home. As I said, I think I said to the nurses, "Oh, I'm ready to go home now." They said, "No, no, you can't go home." That's how well I really felt. I did really felt really well. And then anyway, they put me in the hospital. So I stayed there for about a week, I think. Yeah, well, my wife was going 12 days, and mind you, we stayed in a Shirley House, place next to the hospital in Wellington. We stayed there for a night, I think. But most of the time in the hospital, we had lovely feeds, beautiful food. Um, so I commend Wellington Hospital for their food and all the care and love that they gave me. And my family and I stayed prepared for the transplant. My donor was my young brother, Tama, who was 42, I think, at the time. And after the surgery, I felt like getting up and going home. That's how well I really felt. But I still had everything in me, all the wire, all the cords, and all that. But bit by bit, I think the first night of my whole time I was on kidney program, I was my worst night because I couldn't sleep, and it was just a lot of noise from the machines that were going on around me. I couldn't sleep, which was the only bad thing about it. But um, my wife was able to stay in the hospital with me, and my sister Paula, she stayed with us while we were down there, and my family, they were lovely, and they'll come up and saw me. Um, and it was really brilliant. The, the doctors to the nurses, all my family. It's very encouraging. One of the things, a question that I was asked, he Māori ahau. Nē, he Māori ahau. Ka kite koutou i ahau he Māori. Ei, i roto i ngā kōrero o mua, you know, kare he pai te hoki tō tinana, nā tō tinana, kaua whakaiti tō tinana na te mea, kaua e hote te tahi o tō tinana ki te tahi atu, ki te whenua, ki te tākuta, ki te kitea, ki te ata titiro, ki te tahi wāhi i roto i aia. Engari, kei konei, ki te kau te ahau i nei e ora ana, ina nahi, ka haere māua ko toku rangatira ki te taho te tahuna, ki te flesh, ki te pāwhara, tēnei tohora, ina nahi, e mahi ana ahau i muri ake tēnei operation. So, you know, hey, I'm still alive. My mokos see me and I still play with them and an opportunity to spend with them. So if you think that you're not allowed to do anything with your body, God gave me this body to help me with anything that I wanted to do with it. So He's in charge of me, not me. This is not my body. This is His temple He gave me to take care of, and He's the same with you. Look after your body really well, and your body will look after you. So those things of old, you don't need to take notice of those, but go through them, because it's only you yourself who's going to make yourself comfortable with yourself. So go through it, but I'm telling you now, this is where I am now. I know many of my whānau who have decided, no, I'm going to keep drinking, I'm going to keep smoking, I'm not going to listen to the doctors, o ko mate rata. Nāna, ko mate kei mate kei tērā iwi mate. Kei reira e rātou e noho ana. You know, so that's where they are now, because they don't listen. So listen to our doctors, listen to our nurses, the options that you have on this earth while you're still with us. You got many things to do, many things to look forward to in your life. I'm close to 69 years old. I'm um, I'm a lot really healthy. I do my gardening work outside. I was still going to do my planting. I've planted some stuff, but not all my planting yet. But and yesterday, me and my rangatira, we went out and we fleshed a whale, like pāwhara whale, you know, boned it right down to the bone and separated the bone, the head and the bone. We had a couple of young fellas holding the thing back with us with the prongs. So we went in with our knives and just cut everything, cleaned it, took the puku out, cleaned it all out. It was a pygmy female whale, and we found inside the puku the whale was hapu. She had a little baby inside, fully formed, beautiful baby. And we had a karakia over it first. All this was done with karakia. Nō reira te whānau i mā taki mai tēnei mea nā, tēnei te mihi kia koutou, tēnei te ora kia koutou, ka kite koe toku oranga. Ko te ātua tēnei, i humai tēnei oranga ki tēnei tona pononga mana. Nō reira koutou mā. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Ka huri.